Championship match between Northside neighbours and keen rivals Glen Rovers versus Piarsaigh in front of an empty stadium. These are the situation, the times we live in, but for the players and mentors it's a case of let's get on with the job and see what happens here this evening. And again, we commend both clubs, both Glen Rovers and Piarsaigh, for allowing this match to be streamed live so that those people, the many people that cannot come to this game, are here in attendance. So the situation is quite simple. Glen Rovers are at present top of the group. They're already qualified for the quarter-final stage, at the very least sure of qualifying. If the Bars lose, and the Piarsaigh, if the Bars group, particularly, not least the Northside rivalry that exists. Just to quickly recap, it's on against Newtown Shandrum and Middleton against Douglas. All that will work itself out during the course of the next hour, and we'll see what the permutations will be for both the semi-finals and the quarter-finals. Interestingly, a change of referee this evening. Cathal McAllister was to do the game, and it's now been refereed by Conor Lane from the Bantier Club, probably better known as a football referee. He's refereed, I think it's 3 All-Ireland football finals, and certainly one of the most competent referees around. So just to quickly run through the teams. The Piarsaigh team show one change. Adam Denny, he is not playing, and he's replaced by Craig Hannifin. What format they'll line out, and we'll wait and see. But it's Luke O'Donovan, Anthony Dennehy, Kyle Power, Gordon Joyce, and Kevin Moynihan, Evan Sheehan, Keith Buckley, Donal Gunning, Padraig Guest, Craig Hannifin, and Shane Ford. That's the starting 15. What way they'll line out, we'll wait and see when the throw-in comes. Glen Rovers have 2 changes from the side that defeated Carrigtwohill. Stephen MacDonald makes a return in place of Calvin Healy, and I'm correct in saying I think this is Stephen's first match since last year's county final, while Mark Dooley comes in place of Luke Horgan. So it's an interesting looking Glen Rovers team. Cathal Hickey, Stephen MacDonald, Robert Downey, Adam Lynch, Dave Dooling, Brian Moylan, and the half back line, Adam O'Donovan and Donald Cronin midfield. I think Dave Noonan is left half back. Patrick Horgan, Dean Brosnan and Simon Kennefick in the half forward line, and the full forward line is Liam Collin when they line up for the throw-in. As I said, Colin O'Sullivan is in the Piarsaigh manager. They drew with Carrigtwohill first time out, a late point from Shane Ford, but they were very impressive in their demolition of St Finbarrs in the second round. As for Glen Rovers, very comfortable winners over old rival St Finbarrs first time out in the televised game in Páirc Uí Rinn, and a 2-point victory over Carrigtwohill in Cove. Of course, in the last 3 meetings between these two sides have champions, and in a cracking match here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh under totally different circumstances, a wet and windy night, the Piarsaigh emerged winners by a single point, and the Glen's last victory between these two sides in championship was in 2008. So certainly a lot to play for, apart from altogether from the place in the next round of the county championship. And both these sides have been involved in football in the last couple of weeks, not with much success. Several of the Glen Rovers players lined up with Saint, and equally on the other side, a number of the Piarsaigh lads played football with their footballers, losing to Castledown last time out, while Saint lost to St Michael's. And certainly both those clubs have football again next weekend. So the shortest route to the county hurling latter stage of the county championship would be for one of them to maybe get to the semi-final. That cannot happen from the Piarsaigh. They cannot get to the semi-final, but Glen Rovers can if they win and results elsewhere fall their way. So certainly just looking at both sides in the warm-up, both look lively and refreshed, and it's just a pity that there is no crowd here, because anytime these two sides meet, it generates huge atmosphere and huge and intense rivalry, and there's always a bit of banter on the sideline, but certainly that'll be lacking, and in the stands I should say, but that'll be lacking tonight. Before we start, we say hello to a couple of people, Carl Martin and Nora Newman, 2 great stalwarts of their respective clubs, Glen Rovers and the Piarsaigh, and we also send our best wishes to Des Cullinan, the chairman of the Saint Football Club. Des is getting a new hip. I think he's getting it done Monday as Paul adjusts my microphone. He hopes to be fit for the next match against Ballingeary next weekend, but we'll wait and see. But the best of luck with that, Des. Still a good bit away from We're nearly ready to start proceedings here. Yeah, we first of all, Shasgumi or Onivir. So there we have it, the national people. There's no crowd here. Glen Rovers, I think, playing with the aid of, it's not so much a slight breeze blowing towards the Temple Hill end of the ground as referee Conor Lane throws in the ball, and we're underway here in Park Erin. And it's Piarsaigh first to break away with their number 8, Kelvin Ford. He gives it out to the substitute, who's in from the start, and that's gone to the right and wide. A shot there by Craig Hannifin for the opening wide of the game. Good moves up, good pass out by Kelvin Ford to Hannifin, but the ball drifted off wide. So Cathal Hickey, outstanding goalkeeper in the last number of years, drives it straight down the centre, right into the hands of the Glen Rovers number 14. And that is Dean Brosnan to Robert Downey in towards the goal. Conor Doris going for it. The referee Conor Lane has his hand up, allowing advantage. No need for it because Dara Connery sweeps the ball out to the far side of the field. Adam Lynch getting there ahead of Daniel Gunning, and Lynch clears the ball up towards Donald Crone, but he's beaten to it by the Piarsaigh number 8, Kelvin Ford, too many steps, and it's a free to Glen Rovers. Just halfway between the 45 and the 20-metre line, and Patrick Horgan, wearing number 10 this evening, coming out to take it. It's a long way out, but we all know what this man is capable of doing from any distance, or any angle for that matter. Can he register the opening score? Just looking around, Glen Rovers have Steve MacDonald cornerback, David Dooling fullback, Adam Lynch left cornerback, Robert Downey right half back, Brian Moylan centre back, and Dave Noonan left half back. Horgan shot, it's not going to go over the bar, it's going to drop in around the house. Oh, good catch inside there, lovely catch by Christopher Joyce out to his right half back, Gordon Joyce, blocked down by Mark Dooley trying to recover, but the ball is swept across the side of the field towards Piarsaig's left cornerback, and that's Kyle Power. Long one, great catch by Dave Noonan, hand passing it off to Brian Moylan stepping away from his man, gives it back in towards Downey. The pass goes straight half back. That means it's Donald Cronin, Adam Donovan in the middle of the field, Mark Dooley, Dean Brosnan. I think Patrick Horgan is the half forward line, and the full forward line is Liam Collin, Simon Kennefick and Conor Doris. Horgan with the free is a bit nearer, and it's more or less straight in front of the goal. This one is going straight, and this one is going over the bar for the opening score of the match by Patrick Horgan. 3 minutes gone in the game in this Co-op Superstores Premier Senior Hurling Championship game, and it's Glen Rovers who lead by 1-0. Patrick Horgan with the score. Good free from Patrick. It's from a free as the Piarsaigh goalkeeper Luke Donovan drives it down towards the far side. Oh, lovely catch there by Adam O'Donovan, wearing number 7. The fine game in the Carrytool match, but the referee Mark Hooley has committed a foul, and it's a free to Piarsaigh just on the 65-metre line, very close to the. So Evan Sheehan to take the free, about 63 metres out. The angle has gone to the left and it's gone wide. Not an easy free, it must be said. So that's 2 wides from the Piarsaigh. 1 point for Glen Rovers. Patrick Horgan, the scorer, into the 4th minute of this game. We try and keep our eye on results elsewhere, what way they're going. Good puck out again by Cathal Hickey to Donovan. Adam Donovan cross towards Mark Dooley, wearing number 25, gives it to Donald Cronin, swept away from Cronin, picked up by Patrick Horgan, and with that effortless style of his, but this one has gone to the left and it's gone wide. Glen Rovers first wide of the match as we're into the 4th minute. as I said, a lot at stake, part altogether from local pride. As the ball again down the far side of the field, Brian Moylan on the stand side. Good Paul, thanks for that. Water. And another free. And again, Mark Dooley commits the foul, and this time the free is to Piarsaigh. On their own 65 this time, and Dara Connery, and boy, can this fella strike. That's some excellent points against the Bars here a couple of weeks ago. And that excellent victory for Piarsaigh. A lovely striker of the ball, played in the Cork minor team that lost the All-Ireland final to Galway a couple of years ago. On that team also was Robert Downey. As Connery lifts, this one looks fairly good, but again it's gone wide. So that's 3 wides for Piarsaigh. 5 minutes gone. And Glen still lead by that point from Patrick Horgan. Cahill again with the puck out. He's found a man with each of his puck outs so far, and he's found another man. This time it's Dean Brosnan. Good control by Brosnan, the Moon Tour, looking around for an option. Slips the ball towards Dooley. Dooley doesn't get it. Number 5 is Gordon Joyce from Piarsaigh in his hand. Steps away from one man and left-handed strikes the ball down the field towards Stephen MacDonald. Can MacDonald get it? He does. What'll he do with it? He turns around, gives it towards Brian Moylan, and Moylan sweeps it clear. But a couple of Piarsaigh men going for it along with Conor Doris, Christopher Joyce and Doris going for it. Can Doris get into his hand? He does. Gives the hand pass towards Dean Brosnan, goes straight up, picked up by Kevin Moynihan. Moynihan takes a shot. This one looks to be straight, but I think Cahill will deal with it. He does, deals with it comfortably and sweeps it out towards Brian Moylan. So Piarsaigh get the score. 6 minutes gone. Moylan to Downey. Downey picks her. Piarsaigh claiming a free, and I think, to be fair, referee Conor Lane was probably justified in that Robert did hold up this one. For a player of his calibre, we would expect him to convert it, but he missed the first one, which was tougher, a bit like Patrick Horgan's opening free. But this one is in a scoreable position, and he it hits the crossbar, hits the post, I should say, and collected by Adam Lynch, and it's cleared away by Lynch. Good clearance by Lynch out towards the middle of the field. Adam Donovan on the ball, drives it up towards Conor Doris. Will he get there in front of his man? He gets there, maybe not in front of him, but he has it, and he sends it over the bar. That's a lovely point by Dean Brosnan. And the swings and roundabouts of sport. Evan Sheehan's effort for the point looked like going over the bar. It hit the post, came down, a couple of passes later, and it's a point at the other end. So instead of being level at a point apiece, Glen Rovers now lead 2 points to nil. Brian Moylan out in front of his man, gets it to Adam Donovan. Donovan slips it in towards, gone to the right and gone wide. So 2 wides for Glen Rovers, 3 for Piarsaigh, but the important stat at the end of that so far is Piarsaigh, Glen Rovers 2 points, Piarsaigh no score, 8 minutes gone, as Luke O'Donovan takes the puck out for Piarsaigh over towards the dugout side of the ground, and Paul McCarthy has something to tell me. No, he's not. It's a sideline cut to Piarsaigh, the linesman over there, giving a sideline ball. As the floodlights come on here in Park Erin. And of course we say hello to all the supporters of Glen Rovers and Piarsaigh that are watching this, wherever you're watching it, be it at home or in your respective club. As Piarsaigh come on the attack, that looking free, referee plays advantage, but it's the opening score of the game from Piarsaigh, and it's scored by Craig Hannafin. Good pass, and Hannafin with the opening score. Their opening score, it took 9 minutes into the 9th minute before it arrived, but doesn't matter what time they come once they arrive, as I said. So it's 2 points to 1, Glen Rovers lead. Puck out down the centre of the field. Challenge between Christopher Joyce and Patrick Horgan. I'll have to be handing a note that I'm told not to read out. I'll read it out later. As Adam Donovan steps inside his man, lovely ball over left half back, Dara Connery from Piarsaigh sweeps up here towards Stephen MacDonald and Shane Ford. MacDonald gets it up in his hand, showing all his experience, trying to play for a free, gives it back towards Brian Moylan, and Moylan, lovely pass out towards Dean Brosnan. How many times have I mentioned this fella? Hoop though, good hoop, bit slow on the delivery by Brosnan, up towards Mark Dooley, nicely taken down by Dooley, going on a bit of a run, strikes it high, and he strikes it to the right, and it's gone wide. So we're level on the wide count, 3 points apiece, and it's Glen Rovers lead by 2 points to 1, 10 minutes gone in the game. And try and keep you up to date. It's trying to do everything, but it's a sideline cut to Glen Rovers on the far side of the field there, and just looking at the Twitter, see if there are any results of the other games coming in. I suppose very slow so far, maybe it is me. As it's a free in to Glen Rovers on the 20-metre line. Simon Kennefick was fouled in possession, and a chance maybe for Patrick Horgan to extend the lead from 2 points to 1 maybe to 3 points to 1. So it's just on the 20-metre line, near the stand side of the ground, but for a player of Patrick's ability, you would confidently expect him. Piarsaigh 1. Good score by Patrick. 3 points to 1 for Glen Rovers. 2 from Patrick and 1 from Dean Brosnan. Latest score, it's Erin's own 1-1, Newtown Shandrum 2 points. Brian Moyle on the ball over towards Robert Downey, wearing number 3 but playing the right half back position. Lovely pass up towards Simon Kennefick. Good control by Kennefick. Gets round his man, strikes it high, and he sends it in, and he sends it over the bar out in front of Kyle Power. A lovely point by Simon Kennefick. All forwards dream to get a ball like that, really. Simon Kennefick making it 4 points to 1. Certainly Glen have started well, as Dean Brosnan in a tussle in the middle of the field there with Kevin Moylan. It's Moylan who wins it, gives it towards Craig Hannafin. Hannafin with a shot that looks to be going to the left, and it's gone wide, so a 4th wide from the Piarsaigh. They've had their opportunities so far in this game. I know we're only in 12 minutes, but they've had 4 wides, and under a bit of pressure, and the breeze now seems to have turned around. The flag to my right is blowing towards the Temple Hill end of the ground, but the flags down underneath at the ground level are blowing in the other direction. The weather, but 'tis Ireland, of course. Good catch over there by Adam O'Donovan. Neat pass towards Dave Noonan. Noonan looking up, sends it in towards the corner. Conor Doris. Conor was excellent against Carrytool, got a goal and 5 points. Conor has this mantra, wherever I am I'll shoot. He shoots this one in, but the goalkeeper Luke Donovan deals with it, gets it out towards Christopher Joyce. Joyce slips it on towards Derek Connery, who seems to have come over to this side of the field. Lovely flick down by Brian Moylan towards Robert Downey. Downey, long rangy player, trying to get it up, doesn't succeed at the first attempt, kicks it across the field, gets it at the second attempt, slips away from a challenge, drives the ball in high, that's very high. In there is Simon Kennefick, and it's a goal! It's gone all the way to the net. I'm not sure whether Simon Kennefick got a touch to it or not, but certainly his presence in there upset the defence. My view is that it didn't touch Simon Kennefick, and I think I'm going to give that goal to Robert Downey. We can debate it later on, but it's a nice boost for Glen Rovers. Piarsaigh will be disappointed at its concession, but it's probably a reflection of the way the Glen have started this match. Mark Dooley with the ball, just inside the 45, gives it to Liam Collin. Collin is hooked, but the ball still goes in towards Patrick Horgan and Cian Buckley. Buckley gets there, slips it across to Dara Connery, and Connery, all the time in the world, looks up. The number 14 from the Piarsaigh, that's Padraig Guest. Guest gives the pass into, good pass, but it's not held inside there by Kevin Moylan, and Robert Downey sweeps it. Horgan batted away by Christopher Joyce, but Horgan wins the possession. And Simon given out, and I think we could be coming up. He's certainly one of the best football referees in the country, and he's speaking there to Kelvin Ford as the puck out comes towards the far side of the field and race for possession. It's Brian Moylan, goes down, gets it, looking around for an option, slips it towards Adam Donovan. Adam Donovan, great ball for a forward in towards Simon Kennefick. Did he give a nudge? The referee says he did, and it's a free out. Graham Callanan on the far side of the field. Now, Graham never in his life committed a foul or never gave away a free. He's not happy with that decision, but the referee has given it, and it's a free out to the Piarsaigh on the far side of the field, and it's certainly the Piarsaigh from their perspective could do with a score. 1 point on the board coming up to the 16th minute in towards, lovely catch inside there, great catch and a good shot, and it's gone high and it's gone over the bar. That's a very good point by the Piarsaigh, and it's scored by Shane Ford. Lovely score, caught the high ball over Stephen McDonald, and he sends it over the bar, and it's a point they needed. 16 minutes gone. They hadn't scored since the 9th minute. They've only got 2 points altogether. Glen Rovers 1-5. So 1-5 to 2 points as we take the first water break in this Co-op Superstores County Senior Hurling Championship. Give me a chance maybe to get some scores and some details. Another later score. Still no 1-1 to 3 points now for in the Éireann Zone versus 1-2 to 4 points for Éireann Zone in the game against get the score. So that's a good start by the Bars. 7 points to 0 up. And certainly that will keep them in a good position. So they're on. The lights are on, yeah. So the puck out after that score by Shane Ford, 1-5 to 2 points. Again, Hickey's puck out goes straight to Downey. Seems to be into a beautiful catch by Christopher Joyce. Without the hurling, you got? So Dara Connery with a Piarsaigh, blocked down though by Donald Cronin. Lovely pick up by Dean Brosnan around the middle of the field, looking for an option, slips it in towards Simon Kennefick. Kennefick drops it, but gets it at the second attempt. Still has it, looking for an option. Pass across the field, pass towards Robert Downey. Downey, get it right eventually. Take on the man. He does. He steps inside. A good chance for Liam to slip it over the bar for a point, and he duly does. That's a lovely score by Liam Collin. 19 minutes gone. It's now Glen Rovers 1 goal and 6 points. And the Piarsaigh 5 points. So 1-6 for Glen Rovers, 2 points for the Piarsaigh. And a free to Glen Rovers. This is some problem with the connection and the reception, I believe, but we'll have to talk to Paul maybe at half time. Some people sending in text messages. I'm only the commentator. Paul, if you can hear me, I think he can. As Patrick lines up this free, you would say meat and drink to this man, no problem. 20 minutes gone, and Patrick slips it over the bar for yet another point for Glen Rovers. And it's now 1 goal and 7 points for Glen Rovers, 2 points from the Piarsaigh, and that's a good response by Glen Rovers to the water break point, as we call it, from the Piarsaigh. Dean Brosnan is trying to find Patrick Horgan. Pass doesn't go to hand. Picked up by the Piarsaigh, cleared by the number 5, Gordon Joyce. Joyce over to the far side of the field. Adam Lynch in a race for possession. Gets it. Nice pick up by Lynch. Good pass to Donald Cronin. Cronin down towards Mark Dooley. Dooley, who's been injured for a while, played in the intermediate championship already. Bit of a scuffle going on over there for possession, but as the Piarsaigh man comes away with it, that's Keith Buckley. Buckley drives in towards the goal. Padraig Guest getting there in front of David Dooling. Shot by Guesty. Is that gone in over the bar? No, for the second time in the match, it hits the post. Stephen McDonald doesn't deal with it, and the Piarsaigh with a chance. Ball around the front of the goal. Good defending. Number 15 from the Piarsaigh is Shane Ford, still trying to get it, but he's been fouled by McDonald. Steve McDonald, referee Conor Lane, gives it a free. So twice the Piarsaigh have hit the post in this match. The ball broke, and Steve McDonald didn't deal with it initially. Broke to the Piarsaigh. They had a chance of a goal, but it meant the Glen regrouped and eventually conceded a free, which you would think will result in a point for Glen Rovers. So certainly Richie Keller and Ian Lynham patrolling the sidelines there. 1-7 to 2 points as Evan Sheehan lines up this free just outside the 20-metre line, and like Patrick Horgan at the other end, don't see anything happening here, only a score for the Piarsaigh, and it is a score for the Piarsaigh. So 21 minutes gone, and Evan Sheehan has gotten the Piarsaigh's third score in this match. So it's now 1 goal and 7 for Glen Rovers. 3 points from the Piarsaigh is Cahill. This time goes a bit longer, down towards Dean Brosnan and Dara Connery, both in it, tussling for possession. Dara leaning over it, Dean leaning on him, and referee Conor Lane decides best thing to do here is throw the ball in, and he does do that, and he throws it in away from the sideline, which is the correct way to do it. Dean Brosnan trying to step in front of his man, Dara Connery. Downey picks it up, comes to Doris. Doris from way out the field, and this one has gone wide. That's the 5th wide for Glen Rovers. The Piarsaigh have 4. as the Luke O'Donovan, the Piarsaigh goalkeeper, take the puck out. Coming down here just beyond the Piarsaigh. Oh, what a beautiful catch by Robert Downey towards Donald Cronin. Cronin drives the ball over towards the far side of the field. Simon Kennefick, remember the goal he got against St. Finbarrs, slips this one past his man. He's on a solo run. What'll he do? Will he take his point and go for the goal? He's hooked. Great hook. Lovely hook by Anthony Dennehy. Simon was going for the goal, but great defending by Anthony Dennehy. Didn't allow Simon getting a shot. Referee, clash of hurleys. Referee says no free as Brian Moylan comes out with the ball, and again he lets play go on. Picked up by Dean Brosnan. Brosnan soloing through. Will he steps inside his man looking for an option. Gives it towards Conor Dorris. If Dorris pulls, it's gone across the face of the goal and it's gone wide. 2 chances of scores for Glen Rovers. The first one, great defending by Anthony Dennehy denying Simon. I just wonder, should Robert or Dean Brosnan have tapped that over the bar? Comes towards Robert Downey. Downey from way out of it. Oh, that's a quality score. What a point by Robert Downey after 23 minutes of play. Stepped in front of his man, picked the ball up and steadied himself, and Julie slapped it over the bar. So certainly that's 1-8 now for Glen Rovers, and by all accounts the link is getting better. Joe Collins says thank God for the commentator, the picture is bad. Great catch over there by Adam Donovan back towards Stephen MacDonald. Joe, thanks for that. You read the script I sent you. Ball pucked out, lovely catch over. That looked like a foul by Conor Dorris. Referee Conor Lane allows play on. Good advantage towards Evan Sheehan in front of Brian Moylan. Sheehan shot is in high and it's gone over the bar. That's a lovely point by Evan Sheehan. Good score, and you must say good refereeing there by Conor Lane. He had his hand up signalling a free. Most referees would then blow, but he left the play develop and Evan Sheehan got a point. So the game was kept flowing, which is the right way to do it. So certainly puck out in the middle of the field, won by the Kelvin Ford. Up towards the far side of the field, Adam Lynch. Adam had a bit of a knock in the football match against St. Michael's. Good to see he's okay. Gives it to Dave Dooling. Dooling crossed the field towards Adam Donovan. Donovan certainly on the ball a lot as Adam and playing well, having a very good season. Dave Noonan, another fella in good form. Up towards Conor Dorris. He's not going to get there because it's won by the number 4, Kyle Power. Doesn't deal with it though. Comes to Donald Cronin. Cronin looking up for an option. Referee has given a free for, I would say, holding on. The Piarsaigh people thinking me overplayed the ball, but I think the referee Conor Lane is right in that instance, and it's a free for Glen Rovers, just about maybe 60 metres out from the goal, right in front of the empty, well, there's a few Glen subs in the dugout. He's in front of the Glen mentors. I would say are the happier of the two with 25 minutes gone, 1-8 to 4 points. Trying to have a look at the Twitter, see if there's any other results updates. I'm sure there are, but the result we're really interested in is what's happening here from a Glen Rovers and the Piarsaigh perspective as Patrick Horgan's shot goes in, and the result is inevitable. A lovely score by Patrick Horgan. So it's now Glen Rovers 1 goal and 9 points, the Piarsaigh 4 points. Lovely score from Patrick. As the puck out goes, for some reason most puck outs from the Piarsaigh goalkeeper has gone to the far side of the field. Not the best of strikes by Donald Cronin. Comes towards Christopher Joyce, steps away from his man, looks for an option. Good pass by Joyce, finding Craig Hannafin in towards the goal. MacDonald in a race for possession, doesn't get there. Chance from the Piarsaigh, it comes to the sub. What a block by David Dooling. Brilliant block by Dave Dooling, denying a chance on the Piarsaigh forward. The number 13 there was Daniel Gunning. A lovely block. The active block comes towards Evan Sheehan. Sheehan steps away from his man, strikes, and that's a good point by Evan Sheehan. Lovely point. Swiveled away from a couple of tackles and slipped it over the bar. That's his 3rd point from the Piarsaigh, his 3rd in a row actually. 2nd from play. He got a free earlier, but a sniff of a goal there for Daniel Gunning, but Dooling's block very effective. So Cathal Hickey's puck out, far side of the field towards Mark Dooley. Up he goes, doesn't get it. Ball on the ground, bit of a tussle for it. Donald Cronin doesn't get it, and it's picked up there by Keith Buckley from the Piarsaigh. Challenged by Cronin, gets the puck away. Brian Moylan knocks it down towards Dave Noonan. Noonan looks up for an option, swings it across the far side of the field, going towards Patrick Horgan, gets there. Oh, what a pass! What a pass by Horgan! Brosnan is right through. Chance maybe. He's fouled. He was Simon Kennefick was baying for the pass. He couldn't really get it away, to be fair. But what a hand pass by Patrick Horgan. If Messi or Ronaldo done it, they'd be still talking about it. What a beautiful pass by Patrick Horgan. He gets a pat on the helmet from Dean Brosnan, and you would safely say that he'll tap this over the bar. 28 minutes gone here in Park Erin in the Co-op Superstores Premier Senior Hurling Championship. At the water break in Carrigaline, it was 8 points to nil for the Bars. Certainly they've had a rough couple of weeks out there, but responding as only we know the Bars can. It's 1-3 for Erin's Own, 8 points for Newtown Chandram. 1-3 to 1-8 now. Horgan slips this one over the bar. 28 minutes gone for another point for Patrick Horgan, and certainly that pass alone was deserving of a score. Took two Piarsaigh players out of the play, and it makes it 1-10 for Glen Rovers, 5 points. So an 8-point advantage. Downey goes up for it, doesn't get it this time. Ball in a bit of a tussle between a number of players, among them Dean Brosnan. No one kind of claiming ownership of it. I think Conor Lane is letting it develop. Good play, it does develop. Comes to Evan Sheehan eventually. Downey makes it, tracking back to try and stop Sheehan. Sheehan sends the ball in towards the goal, but Brian Moylan will probably get there. He does, uses all his experience. Oh, lovely pass by Brian Moylan towards Mark Dooley. Mark debating what to do. That's a high one. There'll be snow on that when it comes down. Can Hoggy get it? No, he can't. Comes out towards Simon Kennefick, doesn't get it. And I'm not so sure he was fouled there now. I'm not so sure. I thought he slipped, but look, Conor Lane is the referee. He indicates he gave a flick. Okay, we'll say Conor Lane is right, so it's 29 minutes gone now, and a chance for Patrick Horgan to slip this one over the bar to extend the Glen's lead in this match. And he duly does that. It's now 9 points to 3. 29 minutes gone, 9 points to 3 for the Bars against Carrigtwohill. Patrick Horgan extending the Glen's lead to 111 now to 5 points, almost at about a minute to go probably. Long range effort from the Piarsaigh. Is that a point? It is, and that's a good score, a lovely score by Gordon Joyce. Long range point by Gordon Joyce on the 30th minute. Picked up the ball just past the middle of the field and stroke it confidently over the bar. Lovely point. Certainly in the Piarsaigh, they've only got 6 points in this match, but some of them have been quality scores. 2 by Evan Sheehan were very good, and that one by Gordon Joyce. Makes it now 111 for Glen Rovers. 6 points for the Piarsaigh. On the 29 minutes 30 seconds, Donald Crone is down receiving a bit of treatment over there on the far side. Just a quick update in the scores. The Bars 9 points, Carrigtwohill 3, Blackrock 1-6, Bishopstown 6 points. Mark O'Keefe with the goal for Blackrock down there. 1-8 to 1-4 between Newtown Chandram and Erin's Own. Remember, the winners of that match advance as well. 9-4 now for the Bars. Looking for an update from Middleton and Douglas. Middleton 1-9, Douglas 6 points. 25 minutes gone there. 1-9 to 1-4 now for Newtown Chandram. 1-9 to 6 for Middleton. So certainly scores coming in thick and fast. But the one that we're mostly interested here is Glen Rovers 111. The Piarsaigh 6 points. As we wait for the injury to Dolan Cronin to be dealt with. A bit confusing here now, yes. A bit confusing. He's limping over on the far side, but he's okay. He's up and running. Not a whole lot wrong, I would say. Just a slight knock. Not sure how much added time will be. I think there's a sub on there from the Piarsaigh. Not sure. Comes towards Evan Sheehan. Good strike by Sheehan. Oh, that's a lovely, lovely score by Evan Sheehan. 31 minutes gone. Lovely point by Evan Sheehan. That's his fourth of the match for the Piarsaigh, and he's certainly keeping the lads from Fairhill in touch in this match with the quality of his strikes. 111 to 7 points. Long way to go yet. Remember, Glen might be leading, but we're not at half time yet. 32 minutes. Puck out by Cahill Hickey towards Liam Collin. Up towards Simon Kennefick, putting up the hurley to try and shield himself from the sun that's now shining. Steps it in off the left hand side, but that's gone wide, and that is the 7th wide of this first half for Glen Rovers. And they still lead 111 to 7 points. Sides have shared the last 8 points, by the way, 4 points each, which is a reflection of the Piarsaigh coming a bit more into the game. But that goal by Robert Downey from that long range effort, which the Piarsaigh defence will be disappointed with. They probably felt they should have dealt with it better. That really crucial score in this match, 111 to 7. Sideline cut from the Piarsaigh right in front of the Glen Rovers dugout. Can't see the number who's taking. I think the sub came on there, not so sure. We'll check there at half time. It's the number 8 is to take it. That's Kelvin Ford. Not the best, but finds and trying to find the Piarsaigh man. Comes Robert Downey in the tussle, but again it's picked up by Evan Sheehan. He'll strike surely from here. That one has gone in, and that is another quality strike by Evan Sheehan. That is a great score. He was near the dressing room on the sideline. That's 3 points in a row now for the Piarsaigh. Gordon Joyce, all from play. So 111 now for Glen Rovers, 8 points from the Piarsaigh. We're probably at the half-time whistle, I would suggest, as Cahill Hickey takes the puck out. Up towards Dean Brosnan, doesn't get to it. Neither does David Noonan. Robert Downey going for it. Lovely touch by Noonan, wins the ball, breaks his hurley, a rare sight in hurling nowadays for the fella to break a hurley. Cleared away by Anthony Dennehy. The Piarsaigh growing in confidence as this game ages. Adam Lynch in control there, looking around for an option, trying to find one. He does. The one is Donald Cronin, but there goes the half-time whistle. 34 minutes played in the first half. Water break and a couple of stoppages, and it's Glen Rovers who lead at half-time here in the Co-op Superstore Senior Hurling Championship, Premier Senior Hurling Championship. Glen Rovers, Piarsaigh 8 points, and I'm going for my water break, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sure, everybody's doing it. Well, it's not crazy. People want to see matches. And what is he doing? What harm is he doing?
But if he failed?
Sure, what harm is he doing for that? The Dan did the same last week.
But not up in the tree, Mary. Paul. Okay, and we're ready to go again here in Piarsaigh Rin, and thanks to all those for those nice compliments. I'll send you my phone number. Just a couple of updates. Half time, the Bars won 13, Carrigtwohill 4 points. That would suggest that the Bars are going to win that. Newtown Shandon won 11, Aaron's Own won 5, and the free in here in Glen Rovers, Simon Kennedy's fouled. Middleton won 10, Douglas 11 points. And that's a good comeback by Douglas. They were trailing for that match, but they're right back in it there now. We still don't have any update from the Bars, or Blackrock and Bishopstown, and Sarsfields and Ballyhay. Of course, if the results stay the way they are, even if the Piarsaigh lose, they're still going to qualify, because I don't see Carrigtwohill pulling that lead, as Patrick Horgan in the 31st minute of the match sends another point or another free over the bar to extend Glen Rovers' leads to 1 goal in 12 now to 8 points, and that's the score that Glen will be glad of, because the Piarsaigh got the last 3 scores in the second half. In the first half, I should say, 3 of them from the excellent Evan Sheehan, as Brian Moylan steps inside his man. What a confident player, so cool and calm on the ball. Up towards Simon Kennefick, and again Simon is fouled. The Piarsaigh cornerback doesn't believe it, but referee Conor Lane is adamant it's a free. And as I said, time and time out of number, you should never argue with a referee. Something I've never done in my life, by the way. And just to clarify one thing, the Twitter lady and myself were not arguing. The Twitter lady, who was Mary Newman, was arguing with Pierce Murphy over some supporter in a tree. I'll reveal the name of the man after the match, but I'll give a hint. We're playing in Piarsaigh Rin. Okay, free on just beat me here on the left. Patrick Horgan to take it. We'll have a good angle of this, know where it is going. Well, of course, to take a free we have to have a sliotar. Oh, and here comes the sliotar. Patrick lining it up now. Played a bit of golf recently, Patrick did. The old head said the greens were very fast. I found that out myself. Horgan's free, straight as a die and over the bar. 33 minutes gone. Another point for Glen Rovers, so it's now 1 goal and 13 for Glen Rovers. 8 points from the Piarsaigh. As the puck out drops down here in front of us, Dave Noonan gets a stick to it. Good play by Noonan. Looking around, strikes the ball in towards Connor. Connor is yet to score. He's given away a foul there, and you can't argue with that. Referee Conor Lane spot on. Thanks, Joe. I saw your text message, Joe Collin. I also saw Paul O'Callaghan's. I think we've discovered who is up in the 3 as the puck out goes over to the far sides of the field, and it's a line goes off in the Piarsaigh stick, the stick of Daniel Gunning, and it's a sideline puck to Glen Rovers. So as I said, if things pan out the way they are, the Bars in control against Carrigtwohill, Glen leading this match. It looks like it's the 2 clubs from the north side of the city would advance to the knockout phase of the Co-op Superstore Senior Hurling Championship, but still a bit to be played. Adam Lynch playing quite well, shot blocked down, commentator's curse, comes towards Craig Hannafin. Hannafin slips inside his man, trying to find a cross field pass, stepped inside by Stephen McDonald. McDonald looked to be fouled. Referee allows play on as Robert Downey, lovely slip by Robert Downey towards Donald Cronin. Cronin, beautiful delivery. Remember the goal he got in the county final last year, one of the goals of the year, comes towards Conor Doris, doesn't get it. Simon Kennefick has it, looked like he was fouled, still going away on a solo run, gets it on to the left hand and slips it over the bar. Lovely point by Simon Kennefick. Knew exactly he could be hooked, but managed to slip it over the bar for another point for Simon Kennefick and another point for Glen Rovers. They certainly have started the second half of this match in good form, cancelling out the 3 points that the Piarsaigh got just before half time. Evan Sheehan with 2 of those. He's had 5 points in that first half, has Sheehan. And I have to take a break now to do a radio report, so you'll have to bear with me. Hello? Yeah, quickly now. Go down and tell him. Ball with Donald Cronin, picked up there by Stephen McDonald, steps away from one tackle, gives the pass towards Robert Downey. Downey strikes the ball up the far side Piarsaigh. 36 minutes gone. Evan Sheehan sending it over the bar for his 6th point of the match, and the Piarsaigh's first in the second half. So it's now 114 for Glen Rovers, 9 points from the Piarsaigh. As the puck out comes down the middle of the field, up goes Liam Colliford, doesn't get to it, cleared away up towards Adam Lynch. Lynch puts up his hand, doesn't get it though, picked up by number 13 Daniel Gunning, but Gunning's effort is blocked down and Lynch wins it at the second attempt. Strikes away from a couple of tackles, hand pass it towards David Noonan. Adam Dunnan, that is looking around for an option, but it's picked up by Christopher Joyce and a nice clearance up the side of the field. And that looks like a line ball for Glen Rovers, but the referee has given a free. And it's a free to the Piarsaigh. Yes, 37 minutes gone here. It's Glen Rovers 114, the Piarsaigh 9 points. Glen got a perfect start, led by 4 points to 1 early on, and then a long range effort from Robert Downey ended up in the back of the net for a goal. And when Patrick Horgan added a point, it was 1-5 to a point. The Piarsaigh improved though as the half wore on, particularly because of the efforts of Evan Sheehan. He got some fabulous points. He got 5 in that first half. But Patrick Horgan, Robert Downey tallying for Glen Rovers, who led 111 to 8 points at half time. Evan Sheehan with 2 great points just on half time. Glen started the second half much better. Patrick Horgan had 2 quick points. Simon Kennefick had another to go 114 to 8 in front before Sheehan got his 6th point of the match for the Piarsaigh to keep them in touch. But Glen Rovers playing the better hurling, playing the sharper, and as I speak, Simon Kennefick trying to get away from his man. He's bearing down on goal and he slips it high and he slips it over the bar for another score from the Piarsaigh, or for Glen Rovers I should say. So 38 minutes gone here in the Co-op Superstores Senior Hurling Championship. Glen Rovers 115, the Piarsaigh 9 points. Finbar McCarthy, Park you're in. So back here again in Park you're in. Apologies there, had to do a bit of radio work as Simon Kennefick slips over another point for Glen Rovers. Good score again. That's the second time he slipped away from his man and neatly flicked it over the bar to extend Glen's lead now 115 to 9 points. Ball on the far side. Robert Downey using his height there, doesn't get it at the first. It gets it at the first attempt, but he loses out and it's picked up by the number 8 from the Piarsaigh. That's Kelvin Ford, but Ford's effort hits off the post. That's the 3rd time in the match that has happened. How amazing it could happen 3 times. Mark Dooley trying to get possession over on the far side of the field. Downey is down with a bit of a knock. He's been treated out there in the middle of the field. The referee Conor Lane will go over. He stops the watch and has a look. Just to recap, if you missed a bit of commentary there, Evan Sheehan got a point from the Piarsaigh to make it 114 to 9, but almost immediately Glen Rovers came up the field and Simon Kennefick with another point, something similar to the one he got just before that when he slipped away from his man and stroked over the bar with his left hand. So Simon in good form of late. Was excellent against the bars, that cracking 2 goals actually. His first goal was a great goal. He's got a few points here tonight. I just look at the notes. He's got 2 points in the second half. Text message from Barry O'Mahony of 96 FM. Give us the Glen and Blackrock in the final. We'll see, Barry. We'll see about that. I think Glen are warming up Luke Horgan. This guy's played a lot of hurling and football in the last couple of weeks. Remember, he's a minor, made his senior debut against the Piarsaigh, and a couple of nights later lined out in the minor football match for Senex. Great catch inside by Padraig Guest, crossed the face of the goal. Dave Noonan trying to get it, but well picked up. Adam O'Donovan has played an amount of ball here this evening. Great clearance by O'Donovan towards Dean Brosnan. Brosnan looks up. Crossfield pass towards Mark Dooley. Can he knock it down? He came down. No, I think the referee should stop the play here. Both Mark Dooley and the Piarsaigh lad took heavy knocks to his head. Complete accident now, must be said. The 2 of them were going for the ball. Neither of them saw anything, only the ball. The Piarsaigh lad is a bit motionless. Mark Dooley's legs are, and the minute he fell, he put his hand to his head, I think because he fell on his head. No, let's hope they're both okay. Certainly, remember, it's an amateur game. We don't I'd like to see anyone getting injured. A plethora of first aid men around. And let's just hope they're okay. As again, I must stress, it was a complete accident. Mark, the ball came across, Mark Dooley put up his hurley and knocked it forward. And then the Piarsaigh for it didn't even see Mark, to be fair, and they just collided and both fell to the ground. And in fairness to the referee, he instantly stopped the play. So I think the Glen, they go to bring on Luke Horgan, as I said. And the Piarsaigh are bringing on a sub as well. It looks like the number 20 is coming on. The number 20 is Owen Hannafin. And who's going off, I think, is not sure who's going off. We'll check that there in a minute. It's a substitute. Maybe it is for the lad that's down injured. I don't know who the lad, the Piarsaigh lad down injured is. So Mary's going to check for us there. We'll see who it is, and let's hope he's okay. Mark Dooley, I think, is probably... No, Joe, he didn't. Text message, did the man in the tree fall yet? The answer is no. Well, if he did, I didn't hear about it. And just have a quick look, have a look at the Twitter, see what's happening. Half time, as I said, the Bars 113, carried 4 points, so that's well underway in the second half. So, and it's Dara Connery is in the Piarsaigh lad that's down injured. And I think Dale Tynan is coming on as a blood sub, I think, for Mark Hooley. But good to see Dara. He's sitting up again. Certainly Connery, a name synonymous with the Piarsaigh. His father, Christy, won an All-Ireland medal. And of course, Dara's grandfather, the late Liam, what service that man gave in the Piarsaigh in various positions.
Okay.
And Dara is up. He's putting on the helmet, and that's good to see. Nice to see Dara Connery back in action. I think Dale Tynan is in as a blood sub for Mark Dooley. Luke Horgan is getting ready to come on the far side of the field, and maybe it might have been a good idea for Conor Lane to have the water break there. But just see who 20 is coming on from the Piarsaigh, as I said. It's now Blackrock 2-11, the Bishopstown 12 points. Junior Camogie semi-final, Blackrock 2-12, Bishopstown 12 points. And I'm not sure, so we're not sure who's gone. 43 minutes gone as the puck out. The score, I make the scoreboard 115 to 9 points. Some debate about the scoreboard, but I think it's 115 to 9 points as the Piarsaigh come away with the ball.
Yeah, it is 115.
And the man that's gone off in the Piarsaigh team is Dan Gunning. But the referee did go in and have a chat with the umpire, so we might check that. During the injury, the break there, he checked. We might check there to see what the scoreboard is. We have it as 115, but the scoreboard has gone back to 114. Derek, ask Derek about the scoreboard. The Piarsaigh have it in form of their right half back, Gordon Joyce. That's gone in high, and that's gone to the left and wide, the right and wide. A bit of confusion about the scoreboard. Maybe we have maybe Simon Kennefick's one might have been wide, but I did see the umpire going for the flag. We'll do a bit of checking there now and see. But myself and Dennis Hurley of the Evening Echo has it that it's 115, but the scoreboard has been adjusted to read 114 to 9 points. Dale Tynan, that looked like a throw, but works out towards the Piarsaigh. Come across the side of the field, Dave Noonan getting there, looking up, confidently strikes it towards Robert Downey, but passes a bit too high, even for a tall fella like Downey. Liam Collin, not very adept at getting it up. Gets it up at the second attempt, looking, lovely dodge, and a lovely hand pass towards Dolan Cronin. Lovely dodge again by Cronin. In towards the corner flag position, Conor Doris. Conor swings it over the left shoulder towards Simon Kennefick. Shot is half blocked down, but Luke O'Donovan coming out for it. The Piarsaigh goalkeeper wins the race for possession, turns in confidently. Good play by Luke O'Donovan down the far side. What a catch by Robert Downey. Great catch, the third or fourth ball he's got. This time he's been fouled, and it's a free to Glen Rovers. And the Piarsaigh preparing to bring on another sub now. The number 17 is coming on the team. That's Greg Healy. Not sure who's going off. No public address here tonight. I think the man who normally does it, Peter, is down in Piarsaigh Keeve at the Douglas and Middleton match. Referee and linesman are consulting again. Not sure what it's about. We both have it as 115 to 9 points. Conor Lane is having a word with Richie Keller. Not sure what it's about.
The ref made him change the scoreboard.
And I think we can clarify now that the referee made him change the scoreboard. We're not sure why, so that would suggest that the score is 114 to 9 points. Even though we had all 115, so we don't know what it is. Let's just hope it doesn't impact on the eventual outcome of the match. As it's now 114 to 110 for Newtown Shandrum is the latest score. Still no update, 118 to 7 points for the Bars against Carricktool, 112 for Milton, 17 points for Douglas. So Douglas have gone ahead below in Piarsaigh Keeve. And 115 to 111 for Newtown Shandrum as the free taken by Horgan. This time it goes in, it goes over the bar. No, that's another point by Horgan. So Mark Dooley is coming back on the field, so I think we're going to have the water break now, but we'll have to try and clarify the score. Our scoreboard our score has it at 116 to 9 points. Spears have only got 1 point in the second half. Dale Tynan, Luke Horgan has come on and Liam Collin has made way. The Piarsaigh brought on a second substitute, Greg Healy. I'm not sure who went off. I'll have to check that. Ball comes towards Luke Horgan. Remember, he's a minor. Be playing the minor semi-final in a couple of weeks' time against the Bars out in Toker. In towards Simon Kennefick. Doesn't get it at the first attempt. Doesn't get it at the second attempt either. But Christopher Joyce does from the Piarsaigh. Slips it to the substitute 17, Greg Healy. And number 12, thank you, Dennis. Keith Buckley has departed the action. Dennis Buckley Dennis Hurley delighted that Arsenal won the Community Shield today. Second trophy in a couple of weeks for the Gooners. Made my brothers happy anyway. And a few more people. Sideline cut on the far side of the field for the Piarsaigh. And it's Dara Connery who's happily recovered from that knock, about to take it. And it's we make it 116 to 9. The scoreboard now says 115 to 9. Confusion, but the important thing from a Glen Rovers point of view is that they're winning, and from the Piarsaigh point of view they're still trailing as Dean Brosnan that looked like a throw, gives it towards Adam Donovan. Of course, they say they're all throwing the ball now in hurling. Dave Noonan into open space, but there's no one there as Simon Kennefick races for it, but Luke O'Donovan gets there. As things stand, of course, she will qualify because the Bars are winning quite comfortably below in Carricktool. Reminds me of a soccer match a couple of years ago. Was it Ireland and someone in Egypt or something? It was 0-0 and they both knew they were Ireland in the World Cup. They both knew they were going to qualify, so they just went through the motions. We don't see that between the Glen and Piarsaigh. 48 minutes. Not sure there'll be a water break now because of that stoppage. Maybe there will be after this free as Evan Sheehan about to take it. The Piarsaigh mentors below me here, Garrow Daly and Colin Sullivan, must be concerned about the scoring rate in the second half. Just 1 point to show for their efforts. The breeze now is slightly favouring them as Evan Sheehan takes the free. Harley will hit the post again. No, he gets this one. Good score by Evan Sheehan. And now we are going to have the water break, and that'll give us a chance to maybe check up on what happened with the score. And it's now by myself and Dennis Hurley's tally. It's 116 to 10, but the scoreboard to my right says 115 to 10 points. We're not sure what went on. But the important, we might try and check there and see what happened. Got a text message from Colin Lane today about something, or Conor Lane. I have his number. He hardly has his phone when I could find out. The Glen still lead though. We better go by the scoreboard, so 115 to 10 points, which would suggest that maybe one of the points that the Glen got was wide, and that might be the second one that Simon Kennefick got. So now just a quick look at the Twitter, see what way the results are going elsewhere. Newtown Shan, good comeback by Douglas. So as it stands, the only result we don't have an update on is the Bars are winning, Blackrock are winning, Newtown Shandrum are winning, and Douglas are winning. And Glen Rovers are winning. Now we're getting clarification about what happened with the score, as I think the Piarsaigh could bring on. So Piarsaigh are taking off their right half forward, Kevin Moynihan. So the correct score, whatever we have it, is 115 to 10 points. So just for record purposes, we leave it at that. We can deal with it later on, but if it stays that way, Glen, Luke Horgan in possession, looking around for an option, sweeps it across the oh, great catch by Mark Dooley, great turn by Mark Dooley, but the ball has gone wide. And thank you, Tony Wall has just informed me Sarsfield's leading, Mr. Wall, thank you, the teacher and Christian Brothers in training of our minor team. Sarsfield 219, Ballyhay 113 at the second water break. So a bit closer than many people expected. Good ball by Horgan. He's played a lot of the ball since he's come on. Gets it towards Simon Kennefick. Looking around for an option. Sweeps it across towards Patrick Horgan. Horgan steps. Bang. Point. Lovely score. Great point by Patrick Horgan. A couple of lovely passes. Simon Kennefick across to Patrick Horgan for another score for Glen Rovers. And Glen, I would suggest now easing to victory. The Piarsaigh would need a big effort to get back into this match. They basically need a goal. And Donald Cronin commits a foul. The Piarsaigh would need a goal to get back into the match. I think you'd acknowledge that. And Donald Cronin is limping out of that tackle. If Donald Cronin was playing football and he committed that foul, he'd get a black card. But there's no black cards in hurling. He limps away from proceedings, but he gets a yellow card for his troubles from Conor Lane. So 53 minutes gone. First yellow card of the match, I think. Yes, first yellow card of the match. Donald Cronin picking it up. So we'll do the math after, but as Sheehan sends it over the bar, that's his and the Piarsaigh's third point of the second half. 116 for Glen Rovers, 11 points for the Piarsaigh. Piarsaigh have won the last 3 championship matches between these two sides. Would you be keen to keep it going? But it's a big 10 minutes to record. Oh, lovely catch by Dooley, soling right through the heart of the Piarsaigh defence. What will he do? Passes it to Kennefick, shot from Kennefick, goal from Simon Kennefick. 54 minutes gone, and that's his third goal of the championship. And what a catch by Mark Dooley. It's actually the third big ball he's caught. Bit unlucky with an effort. It's good to see he's recovered from the knock. Gives it into Simon Kennefick, and that's a goal for Simon, and that would suggest that this match is done and dusted. I know a lot can change in a hurling match, but given that the Piarsaigh have only got 3 points in the second half, they'll need a fierce effort to get back into this game. And Dale Tynan is on the Glen team. I think Conor Doris has made way there. A small bit of a shamazel in the front, in the middle of the field. Yes, Dale Tynan is on. And Conor Doris, who was so effective against Carrick 2, he got 1-6 that day. He's been replaced. Donald Cronin wins possession, strikes it down the field. Scoring difference, of course, comes into play in terms of gaining places in the semi-finals or the quarter-finals. So, what a shot by Simon Kennefick. As that goes over the bar, it'll be the point of the match. And it is the point of the match. What a score by Simon Kennefick. Certainly he's caught fire in the second half. Must be the presence of the man in the tree is inspiring here. And I stress, is not his dad. So I think he can work out who we're talking about. As Adam Donovan slips the ball towards Dean Brosnan. Had a good first half, going on a bit of a solo run, gets away from his man, good run by Brosnan, getting a bit of attack, keep him going, what will he do? Hand passes to Dooley. Dooley deserves a score, and Dooley has got a score. Well, lovely point by Mark Dooley. So certainly now, if the Glen could keep racking up the scores, I think they're safe to say they're going to win this match. If they could up the scores, it'll do them all the good in the world in terms of a battle for a place in the semi-final. Remember, SARS 219 to 113 was the last score. The Glen are now on 218, and we still have 6 or 7 minutes to go. Kennefick, lovely ball towards Patrick Horgan, drops it, doesn't do that too often, but holds off the challenger in the Piarsaigh man, gets it, steps inside, left-handed strike. One umpire looks at the other and he reaches for the white flag, and it's another point for Glen Rovers, scored by Patrick Horgan. So it's now Glen Rovers assuming control of this match. They've scored The last goal in 3 points. It's 2:19 to 11. Down towards Donald Cronin. Drives it up towards Kennefic again. Great ball for a forward. Out in front of it. And he's won most of it. Steps inside. This time he strikes it with his left hand side. Will that go over? No. It's gone right and wide. And that, to me, is Glen's first wide in the second half. They have 8 in total. The Piarsaigh have 6. But the important fact that matters is the scoreboard. It's Glen Rovers leading on a score of 2:19 to 11 points. Dominating proceedings now. Adam Donovan, he's had a weight of a game. Gives it to Dale Tynan. Looking around for an option. Hand pass it towards Mark Dooley. Tackled there by the number 21. That's Dane Lee. On the Piarsaigh side. Ball being grabbed there by Christopher Joyce. Joyce looking around for an option. Up towards the goal. Shot though by not the best of efforts by Owen Hannafin. Easily dealt with by Cahill. Clear down the field. Great catch by, I think that's Gordon Joyce. That was Christopher Joyce towards Gordon Joyce. Sorry, it wasn't Christopher. It was the number 9 actually. I get it wrong there. It was Keith Buckley. And the referee is playing advantage there, giving a free to the Piarsaigh, but it has developed. He's now called it back. And sorry, that was a free to the Piarsaigh. Certainly they've only got 1 point from play in the second half. By contrast, they only got 1 from a free in the first half. Most of their score of their 8 first half frees, 7 came from play, or points I should say, 7 came from play. Evan Sheehan lining this up. He'll tap it over the bar, I would suggest. He does. And it's a point for the Piarsaigh. 58 minutes gone. Bit of time yet to play because of the lengthy stoppage for the injury to both Mark Dooley and Dara Connery, both whom we happily report are recovered. And then we had the water break. So they'll probably be maybe 4 or 5 minutes added time. As the ball is pucked out towards Luke Horgan and Kyle Power. Power wins it. Comes towards Dale Tynan though. Knocked away from Tynan. And the referee, Conor Lane, has given a free to Glen Rovers in the middle of the field, just on the 65. And as he has done so often in the past and will do so many, many more times in the future, I would suggest for both Glen Rovers and for Cork, Patrick Horgan strolls out to take it, as the referee issues a yellow card followed by a red. So the Piarsaigh are down to 14 men. No, I didn't see. I think it's Dara Connery, is it? That looks like Dara Connery. I didn't see him getting a yellow card in the match, but he's picked up his second yellow card here now. So the Piarsaigh down to 14 men as Patrick Horgan makes no mistake. Makes no mistake with the free in the 59th minute. So when things don't go your way, they don't go your way, as they say. So Dara Connery sent off on a second yellow card offence as Horgan punishes it with the free in towards the goal. Donald Cronin for Glen Rovers gets there. David Dooling sweeping it up, chased by Padraig Guest. Dooling slips it inside to Downey. Downey clears it out towards this side of the field. It's gone out over the line, and it's going to be a line ball from the Piarsaigh as they prepare to bring on Danny Maguire, another substitute for the Piarsaigh. As we enter the closing stages of this match, and a few guys to my right here getting a bit excited with one another. Calm down, lads, the match is over. There's a few more games to come in this championship for both sides, it must be said now, because both are going to advance. Glen Rovers as the Piarsaigh as group winners. The Piarsaigh will qualify as a result of their comprehensive victory over St. Finbarrs, who are showing something like the form we know they're capable of in their match against Carricktool, below in Carrickgaline, and they're all inquiring about the man in the tree. Latest score is 22-22 for the Bars, 8 points for Carricktool, and the Bars will wonder why they didn't. There's 3-23 now to 8 points. Douglas 21 points, Middleton 117, 118 to 112 for Newtown Chandram. So another chance for Glen Rovers here. Maybe the referee, and I think Dean Brosnan was fouled, and he's given a penalty to Glen Rovers. And certainly now a penalty at 220. If Patrick Horgan converts it, will obviously take it up to 320, and that would do the Glen scoring difference all the good in the world. And I hope my colleague Dennis Hurley is keeping track on the.
No,
not yet.
No, you're well sir.
Oh yeah. So you would suggest so, Dennis, that the Glen will advance to the semi-final?
I would say almost definitely.
Okay, almost definitely. As Horgan strikes, he missed it. He hit the post and gone wide. He won't be happy with that. Probably won't matter. 220 to 12 points. Horgan's free. Douglas now lead by a point, 22 points to 121 below in Páirc Keefe. We're here in Páirc Rin as Piarsaigh number 21. Dane Lee steps inside his man, strikes the ball in towards the goal. David Dooling in a tussle, a battle for it, wins the possession. Good pick up by Dooling. Good pass towards Donald Cronin. And what a servant to this club has Donald Cronin been. And he wins a free there, and he's getting calm down, lads, calm down, the match is over. Referee Conor Lane going over. I think he's going to have a word with a Piarsaigh player. I'm after getting a text message to say two Piarsaigh were booked earlier on. One for foul on Brazzi and another for foul on Simon Kennefick. Okay, thank you. That was from Brian Newman. So we'll take his word for it that Dara Connery got a card, and it's free. I know another card being shown here to Kelvin Ford in the middle of the field and left in this game, but the Piarsaigh will be disappointed at the outcome and probably the performance, but they'll be pleased that they'll have an opportunity to continue their efforts in this championship as they're going to qualify for the quarter final. We'll try and work out the permutations after as Brian Moylan sends the ball down the wing towards Simon Kennefick. Doesn't get it at the first attempt, still battling away out there, and the Piarsaigh about to clear it towards Keith Buckley. Buckley drives it long, but remember now they're down to text message from Paul O'Callaghan to say the man in the tree is off his tree. Okay, thanks Paul. Doran Cronin wins it. Lovely pass towards Simon Kennefick. Steps inside, going on a bit of a run, was fouled there again, and then stops, and certainly he's caused Glen, the Piarsaigh defence, plenty of trouble this afternoon, and I think that's going to be another card by the referee Conor Lane. I said, had a train journey with Conor Lane before an All-Ireland final a couple of years ago. We had a couple of drinks before the match, and as Patrick Horgan sends, it was for a replay, Patrick Horgan sends her over the bar. We were going down in the Lewis, and it was packed. It was for Mayo and Dublin. We were going down in the Lewis, and standing in the packed Lewis, or myself and Conor Lane, packed with Mayo men, and he said, I said to him, will I tell him who you are? And he said, don't. Anyway, it's all over here. 64 minutes gone, played in the second half, and it's Glen Rovers who comfortably win this match on a scoring of 2 goals and 21 points to 12 points. They'll advance, we think, to the semi-final. We'll work that out later. The Piarsaigh, because of the Bar's easy victory over Carritool, make the quarter final. SARS and Blackrock were already through. It's an exciting below in Páirc Keefe between the Piarsaigh, between Middleton and Douglas. We don't have the result of that, but again, my thanks to everyone who helped make this possible tonight, to both clubs for facilitating the streaming of the match in these difficult times that people can see it, and to Paul for his help. We had a bit of trouble earlier on with the picture, but it worked out perfectly in the end. I'm sure everyone enjoyed it. So in the end, it's Glen Rovers who advanced to the semi-final, we think, of the Co-op Superstores Premier Senior Hurling Championship. Finished here, Glen Rovers 221, and the Piarsaigh 12 points. And we'll say goodnight to everyone in both Glen Rovers and the Piarsaigh, and to the man in the tree. He's probably not listening, but I think you all know who I'm talking about. He'll be happy enough with the result. It finished here, Glen Rovers 221, and the Piarsaigh 12 points from Páirc Rin, Slán, agus Beannacht.